Now let's do an overview of basically all the beverages on our menu. Starting at the top, we have espresso. Espresso, of course, is just straight espresso. You serve it immediately, and it's typically will be served with a small container or a small glass of like carbonated water. Second is a ristretto. Ristretto means restricted in Italian. That's basically an espresso shot that is pulled at half the time, so it's half of a shot. If somebody orders a single shot in a Liquid Planet location, we pull a double shot like normal, but we pull what's called a ristretto, so we manually stop it halfway through and only allowing it to produce one shot instead of the normal two. Number three, Americano. Americano is hot water with espresso dispensed over the top of the water. Super critical, again, looking back to video number 2 about how important it is to always have espresso shots over the water and not pouring hot water into espresso. Macchiato. Macchiato for us is a very traditional drink. Some locations, some other coffee companies you go to, they really confuse macchiato with cappuccino and latte. But a macchiato is very traditional. So a macchiato is espresso with a dollop of milk foam covering the top. Okay, so it's very traditional and very Italian. The caramel macchiato, that is a popular Starbucks drink. We include that in our training because a lot of people just come in because of marketing and ask for a caramel macchiato. They really don't understand that that's only a Starbucks drink. We have our own version of that just because of the popularity. Basically, it's just a caramel vanilla latte that Starbucks makes in a fancy way. So they've been very brilliant in marketing that term. But a caramel macchiato has nothing to do with a traditional macchiato. It's, again, basically a caramel vanilla latte. So when you train through our menu, we'll talk about what that is on our menu. A cafe con panna or a de panna is an espresso with whipped cream on the top. So it's just straight espresso with whipped cream. A cappuccino is also traditional. Just like the macchiato, we make our drinks traditionally. So a cappuccino in our world is only one size. It's a 12-ounce drink. And you basically have to make a latte split into 3 categories. A third of it is basically espresso, a third is steamed milk, and a third is foam. Customers who truly want a real cappuccino can then order it wet or dry. Wet means a little more steamed milk, and dry means a little less steamed milk and more foam. Again, if you go to a lot of competitors or other coffee companies, they might actually have on their menu advertising a latte / cappuccino. And they just, put those two together because if somebody orders a cappuccino, they just make them a latte. For us, however, a true cappuccino is a true cappuccino. So depending on your location, this might be on the menu, might not, but somebody can always order it. So we want to clarify with people when they ask for a cappuccino, do you really want a real cappuccino or do you actually want a latte? Pretty important. Turkish coffee is a triple boiled coffee beverage made in a copper ibrik. So that's a very traditional Turkish recipe. So you'll be trained for that if your location has that. Thai coffee, almost all locations have. That's a Thai coffee made with coconut milk, cardamom, coriander, condensed milk, and espresso. Very, very quick to make, but very, very good and very popular. Then, of course, we have lattes. Lattes is just espresso that's blended in with steamed milk. Latte is the traditional, obviously just a traditional latte, and we want to, that's where we can really shine on latte art. We don't have to, draw faces in our latte art or be too fancy, but we certainly want the espresso blended with the steamed milk properly. A mocha is the same thing as a latte with chocolate added. A breve is the same thing as a latte, but instead of milk, you use steamed half and half or steamed cream. A tsunami is our version of what a lot of people call the shot in the dark, or maybe a red eye. It's basically an Americano. Instead of water, you use drip coffee and then dispense espresso shots over the top. Made exactly the same way as an Americano. You just sub out drip coffee for the water. A cafe au lait is pretty popular, and some people order this. It's basically just half drip coffee, half steamed milk. Very easy. A steamer, of course, is just steamed milk with whatever flavor someone would like. And then on the cold side of things, we have Italian sodas. Frutana is our name for basically a fruit soda made with like a fruit puree. We have 5 different chais on our menu. Liquid Planet itself produces and actually makes 2 of those chais. Then we offer, depending on your location, smoothies, shakes, and frappes of different types.